Religious knowledge systems and ethics. Where and how and why do we look for additional answers? What are religious knowledge systems? Religious knowledge systems focus on spiritualities. They answer questions, origins, and natures of the world that other areas of knowledge simply cannot. What is the purpose of religious knowledge systems? Well, there are many different interpretations. We will see three different interpretations by three different experts. The first one is Prothero. He says that humans encounter distinct problems which are addressed by distinct solutions. This can be seen by Buddhism, which appeals to the human experience of suffering, and they feel that this is the base problem that needs to be resolved in order to gain a better understanding of human experience. You can pause now to read the quote. This quote is one by a Zen master called Thich, Nhat, Hanh, and he says that meditation is a way to heal and to become and to overcome suffering, so that is a personal knowledge that he has gained through Buddhism. The next one is Catholicism, and how Catholicism encounters sin as the main source of a problem of human experience, and they try to resolve this, and that is the distinct solution to a distinct problem that they encounter. The next expert is Harris, who claims that religion is a failed science and is used to answer problems that we didn't have the answers to before. He says that now we have already answered those problems, or that science in the future will be able to answer those problems. So religion, therefore, is a failed science. The next expert is Armstrong, who says that there's alternative paths that all lead to the same endpoint, which they all go to human compassion, or the golden rule. Then next, what is ethics? Ethics are the moral foundations that dictate the behavior of a person on distinct situations. What is the purpose of ethics? Ethics is used when there is no correct or factual choice, and it serves as a guide to help us make good moral decisions, which are developed through our emotions, personal and cultural identity, as well as our religion, among other determinants. There are many different ways of viewing ethics, but the three main ones are consequentialism or utilitarianism, which values if something is ethical by determining if the outcome is more positive on the greater good. The next one is deontology, which values if something is ethical if the action itself is good or bad. And the last one is virtue ethics, which values if something is ethical if the intentions themselves are good or bad. Then we go on to our first example, which is heaven over hospital. It is of a little girl called Julianna who chooses to stay home and die rather than be treated at a hospital and maybe potentially die. We know before that she has an illness which is very severe and it could lead to her death, especially if it's not treated. So we see this from different perspectives. First, the ethics perspective, which is reason. Bioethicist Art Kaplan says that this is clearly unethical because 4-year-olds cannot grasp the concept of death, and therefore she does not know what is going to happen to her and the consequences of this. And he says that parents must serve the role of a guardian and determine what will happen to her. However, religious knowledge systems believe in the way of knowing of faith and says that because she believes that death will lead her to heaven, it is okay because she believes that she will have happiness and she will have no more suffering. Then there's also the concept of personal versus shared knowledge. Only she knows her suffering. While we know her condition, only she knows what she is suffering, and therefore she knows more than everybody else in this situation. But she knows it in a different way. The next one is cash for sterilization. The first one is ethics and reason, which is coercion. The first one is of a claim. The first claim is of fertility, selling fertility for quick cash, and they say it's okay because of free will. The next one is the counterclaim, which says that they're just acting for quick money, and it's a bribery, and that it is not okay because they're just thinking of the present and not the long-term impacts. However, religious knowledge systems bases this on faith and says that because of religious dogma, this is clearly incorrect. It's not okay just because of the religious dogma and nothing else. And they must follow this religious dogma. Thank you.